The third idea that I have for you today is to move more. And we know that exercise does wonderful things for our bodies. I was bored one day at work, so I jumped in the magnet, the MRI, pressed go, and MRI'd myself. That's my insides. So it's your tax dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, don't tell anyone. I actually did a talk with the Minister of Health was in the room. I didn't know. I made that joke. Didn't go over well. Anyway, so you can see my lungs up top, the heart, liver, digestive tract, all of those get better when we exercise. We get more red blood cells, which carry oxygen around our body. Our mitochondria work better. These break down foods to create energy for you. We get better muscle function. We move fluids through the lymphatic system. People who walk 15 minutes a day have 24 to 40% lower risk of breast cancer and colon cancer. People who exercise daily have 75% fewer colds and flus. It doesn't need to be hard. Walking, it doesn't need to be that long, 15 minutes. Any movement dramatically improves our health. It also lengthens and strengthens your telomeres, which are caps on the end of your DNA, just like aglets on the end of your shoelaces that prevent your DNA from breaking apart. Telomere shortening and DNA breaking apart is one of the primary theories behind why we age. 55-year-old runners have the same telomere length and strength as 25-year-olds. Exercise literally keeps your DNA young. But here's a really interesting insight that's happened over the last few years. This is the electrical activity inside the brain of a zebrafish at rest. Watch what happens when it starts swimming right here. The whole brain comes to life. Stop swimming, brain shuts off. Start swimming again, right here, whole brain comes to life. That relationship is true for every single species on the planet, including humans and even teenagers. So think about how we teach kids in school. Sit down, don't move, pay attention. It doesn't work. Think about most workplaces. Sit down at your desk for 9 or 10 hours and then go home at night. And then we wonder why we're tired, wonder why we're fatigued, wonder why our productivity as a nation continues to decline. We must do things differently. There's a reason why Steve Jobs always did his meetings walking around. I read Walter Isaacson's biography of Steve Jobs. He never did meetings sitting down. There's 5 articles in Harvard Business Review that show a direct link between walking and creativity. In order for us to reach our potential as human beings, we need to move more. But we know that push-ups are good for us, but we don't always do them. So I want to show you a video of Ingrid. This is my daughter. We do a lot of rock climbing and other risk-based activities. Because I'm a huge fan of fear and failure for kids. Everyone laughs at that, but I think that our inability to allow children to fail is one of the reasons why we have an anxiety epidemic in our world right now. So I appreciate that. So this is Ingrid, and I have to announce everything. It's like, you have to announce me. And I have to say,
ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ingrid Wallace is about to climb all the way to the ceiling.
This is everything now. Getting in the car in the morning. She has a confidence problem. We're working on it. So she takes off to the top here. And when she gets to the bottom, something really cool happens. She doesn't hurt herself, don't worry. She had a brain injury a few years ago, so one of the reasons why we do a lot of this is because I love exercise coupled with mental tasks. So this is part of the process for healing her brain. And when she gets to the bottom here, something really interesting occurs. Watch her face right here. Happy, confident, proud, joyful. Contrast the look on her face right there with the typical look of someone at your gym on the elliptical. Pain, suffering, sacrifice, constipation, bad, right? We've totally forgotten that actually exercise feels good. Go for a walking meeting. When you're on the phone, stand up, take your family to the park on the weekends. Hardest workout I've ever done. I took Adam, my 4-year-old, to the park for an hour. I did everything he did. It was awful. 20 minutes in the sandbox like this, deep squat, and pouring sweat on the fire truck, bad.